I'm going to show you how to work out the problems on the worksheet called Simplify Before Solving Practice. So in this first example right here, 2 times x plus 5 times x plus 11 is equal to 53. What you want to do is you want to simplify by combining like terms on the exact same side of the equal sign. You'll see that 2x plus 5x equals 7x, and then you'll bring down your plus 11. Okay? Then from there, you're going to build that particular problem. Started with x, multiplied it by 7, then we added 11. So that's what we set up right there. The inverse operation of adding 11 is to subtract 11, so we subtracted 11 from both sides. 53 to subtract 11 is 42. 11 take away 11 is 0, so then you bring down your 7x. The inverse operation timesing by 7 is to divide by 7. You do that to both sides. 7 divided by 7 is 1. 1 times x is x. 42 divided by 7 is 6. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next problem. I obviously want you to pause the video as need be. I do want you to practice these on your own and then use this video just to basically correct your problems and then identify any mistakes so that you can ask me next time you see me. Okay, so you see on one side of this equal sign, you see that there's a 4x and a 5x. You're going to add those two together. 4x plus 5x is a positive 9x, and then bring everything down. So I have that 3 right there, the equal sign and the 21. Then from there, that's what you're going to build. So you're going to start with x, multiplied it by 9, and then after that they added 3. So the inverse operation of adding 3 is to subtract 3. And you're going to subtract 3 from both sides of that equal sign. 3 take away 3 is 0. 21 take away 3 is 18. Bring down your equal sign, bring down your 9x. Okay, now go on back up. The inverse operation of timesing by 9 is to divide by 9, and you're going to do that to both sides of that equal sign. 9 divided by 9 is 1. 1 times x is 1x, or x. 18 divided by 9 is 2. So x is equal to 2. Now to check your solution, which you don't have to do that on this particular worksheet, but you do have to do that for any assessments, all that you would do is you would substitute that value that you got for the answer into the original equation. So you would write down the original equation, and instead of putting that x there, you're going to put that 2, because that's your solution, everywhere that you see the variable of x. Okay, and then you'll just right there, you'll go ahead and use order of operations to solve this. Okay, so a positive 4 times a positive 2 is a positive 8. A positive 5 times a positive 2 is a positive 10. Bring down your 3. And then you have your 21 over there. So 8 plus 3 is 11. And then 11 plus 10 is 21. 21 equals 21. Okay, so we know that the solution of x equals 2 is correct. All right, let's go ahead and keep on going. On the same side of the equal sign, you can combine like terms of 5x minus 2x, and that's 3x. Bring down your plus 8, and your equals 26. Now you're going to go ahead and build it. Start with x, then we multiplied it by 3, then we added 8. Inverse operation of adding 8 is subtracting 8, so you're going to do that to both sides of that equal sign. 8 take away 8 is 0, 26 take away 8 is 18. Bring down your equal sign and that 3x, and then go on back up now that you've rewritten it. Inverse operation times 3 is to divide by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 1 times x is x. 18 divided by 3 is 6. So your value of x equals 6. Next problem. You'll see again there's like terms to combine. There's a 16x and that minus 9x. 16x minus 9x is 7x. Bring everything else down, like that minus 8, that equal sign, and that 27. From there, you're going to go ahead and build it. You start with x, and remember to build this equation that you simplified. You multiplied it by 7, and then after that, you subtracted 8. Inverse operation of subtracting 8 is to add 8, and you're going to do that to both sides of that equal sign. Negative 8 plus 8 is 0. 27 plus 8 is 35. Bring down your equal sign, bring down your 7 times x. After that, you're going to go back up that little ladder. The inverse operation of timesing by 7 is to divide by 7, and you're going to do that to both sides of that equal sign. 7 divided by 7 is 1. 1 times x is x. 35 divided by 7 is 5. Okay, the next problem. Combine your like terms. X minus 3x So there's really 1x right there minus 3x, that's negative 2x. Bring down your plus 9 and it equals 27. Now you're going to go ahead and build it. We started with x, then we multiplied it by negative 2, and then after that we added 9. Inverse operation of adding 9 is to subtract 9. Do that to both sides of that equal sign. 9 take away 9 is 0. 27 take away 9 is 18. Bring down your equal sign, bring down your negative 2x. Okay, from there go on back up. Inverse operation of timesing by negative 2 is to divide by negative 2. So you're going to do that to both sides of that equal sign. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 is 1. 1 times x is x. And 18 divided by negative 2, so a negative divided by positive is negative, so 18 divided by negative 2 is negative 9. That says negative 9, okay? Next problem, combine like terms on the same side of that equal sign. 2x plus 2x is 4x. Bring down your plus 7 and your equal sign and your 23. Now you want to build that now that you've simplified it. Start with x, then we multiplied it by 4, then we added 7. Inverse operation of adding 7 is to subtract 7, so you'll do that to both sides of that equal sign. 7 take away 7 is 0. 23 take away 7 is 16. Bring down your equal sign and bring down your 4x. Now go ahead and go back up. Inverse operation of times by 4 is to divide by 4. So you're going to divide both sides by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 1 times x is x. 16 divided by 4 is 4. Okay, this next problem, combine the like terms on the same side of the equal sign. 4x plus 9x is 13x's. And bring down your plus 8 and your equals 47. Now you're going to go ahead and build it. We started with x, then we multiplied it by 13, then we added 8. Inverse operation of adding 8 is to subtract 8, so you're going to do that to both sides of that equal sign. 8 take away 8 is 0. 47 take away 8 is 39. Bring down your equal sign, bring down your 13 times x. Now go ahead and go on back up. Inverse operation times 13 is to divide by 13. So divide both sides by 13. 13 divided by 13 is 1. 1 times x is 1x, or x. 39 divided by 13 is 3. The next problem, combine like terms on the same side of that equal sign. So I see I have a negative 3x and a negative 2x. So 3x minus 2x is negative 5x. Bring everything else down. So you had a 55, you had an equal sign, and you had a 10. Now you're going to go ahead and build that. Start with x. They multiplied by negative 5. Then they added 55. Inverse operation of adding 55 is to subtract 55, so you'll do that to both sides of that equal sign. 55 take away 55 is 0. 10 take away 55 is negative 45. Bring down your equal sign, bring down your negative 5x. From there, you're going to go ahead and go back up. Inverse operation of timesing by negative 5 is to divide by negative 5, so you'll do that to both sides of that equal sign. Negative 5 divided by negative 5 is 1. 1 times x is x. Negative divided by negative is a positive, so negative 45 divided by negative 5 is a positive 9. The next problem, you'll have on the same side of the equal sign, you have an 8x and a 2x. 8x plus 2x is 10x. Bring down your plus 7, your equal sign, and your 7 over there. Now you're going to go ahead and build that. Start with x, multiply it by 10, then we added 7. Inverse operation of adding 7 is to subtract 7 from both sides of that equal sign. 7 take away 7 is 0. Over here, 7 take away 7 is 0. Bring down what is left, and we're left with 10x equals 0. From there, you're going to go ahead and go back up. Inverse operation of times 10 is to divide by 10, so you do that to both sides of that equal sign. 10 divided by 10 is 1. 1 times x is 1x, or x. 0 divided by 10 is 0, so the solution is 0. Next problem, combine like terms on the same side of the equal sign. I see I have a negative 8 and a minus 3x. Negative 8 minus 3x is a negative 11x. Bring down what's left. You have your 6 right there, you have an equal sign, and you have 61. You're going to go ahead and build that. They start with x, then they multiplied it by negative 11, and then they added 6. Inverse operation of adding 6 is to subtract 6, so you will do that to both sides of that equal sign. 6 take away 6 is 0. 61 take away 6 is 55. Bring down your equal sign and your negative 11 times x. Now go ahead and go back up. Inverse operation of timesing by negative 11 is to divide by negative 11. Do that to both sides of that equal sign. Negative 11 divided by negative 11 is 1. 1 times x is x. 55 divided by negative 11 is going to give me a negative 5 as the solution. Next problem. The like terms on the same side are x plus x. X plus x is 2x. Bring down what's left, the plus, the equal sign, the plus 6, the equal sign, and the 28. Now go ahead and build that. We start with x, then we multiplied it by 2, and then we added 6. Inverse operation of adding 6 is to subtract 6. Make sure you do that to both sides of that equal sign. 6 take away 6 is 0. 28 take away 6 is 22. Bring down your equal sign, bring down the 2x. Now go ahead and go on back up. Inverse operation timesing by 2 is to divide by 2. Divide by 2 on both sides of the equal sign. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 times x is x. 22 divided by 2 is 11. Your solution is x equals 11. The next problem, you got 4x plus 2x. 4x plus 2x is 6x. Bring down your minus 3. Bring down your equal sign. Bring down your 15. Now you're going to build that now that you simplified it. Started with x, they multiplied it by 6, and then they subtracted 3. Inverse operation of subtracting 3 is to add 3. Make sure you do that to both sides of that equal sign. Negative 3 plus 3 is 0. 15 plus 3 is 18. Bring down your equal sign, bring down that 6x. Now you can go on back up. Inverse operation of timesing by 6 is to divide by 6. Divide both sides by 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1. 1 times x is 1x, or x. 18 divided by 6 is 3. So your solution is 3. Okay, combine like terms on the same side of the equal sign. So 6x plus x is 7x. Bring down what's left, which is 14, positive 14, equal sign, and the 56. Build that. Started with x, then they multiplied it by 7, and then after that they added 14. Inverse operation of adding 14 is to subtract 14. Do that to both sides of that equal sign. 14 take away 14 is 0. 56 take away 14 is 42. Bring down your equal sign, bring down your 7x. Now go on back up. Inverse operation of times by 7 is to divide by 7. Do that to both sides of the equal sign. 7 divided by 7 is 1. 1 times x is 1x, or x. 42 divided by 7 is 6. Your solution is 6. Okay, combine like terms on the same side of the equal sign. I see right here I have a negative 20 and a positive 2. So negative 20 plus 2 is negative 18. Bring down everything that's left, which is 3x, the equal sign, and the 0. Now build that. Start with x. Multiplied it by 3, and then we subtracted 18. Inverse operation of subtract 18 is to add 18. And you're going to do that, that's how I subtract, okay? You're going to add 18 to both sides of that equal sign. Negative 18 plus 18 is 0. 0 plus 18 is 18. Bring down your equal sign, bring down your 3x. Now go ahead and go on back up. The inverse operation of times 3 is to divide by 3. You're going to divide both sides by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 1 times x is 1x, or x. 18 divided by 3 is 6. So the solution to that one is also 6. Last one, combine like terms on the same side of that equal sign. I see I have a couple here. I have 2x, I have negative 10x. 2x minus 10x is negative 8x. And then I also see that I have a positive 5x plus 11, a positive 5 and a positive 11. Those are constants. 5 plus 11 is a positive 16. And bring down what's left right there. We got an equal sign and we got a 0. Now let's go ahead and build that. We start with x, multiplied it by negative 8, and then we added 16. Inverse operation of adding 16, I draw my pencil, is to subtract 16. And you're going to subtract 16 from both sides of that equal sign. 16 take away 16 is 0. 0 take away 16 is negative 16. And bring down everything that's left, your equal sign and your negative 8x. Now you're going to go ahead and go back up. Inverse operation of timesing by negative 8 is to divide by negative 8. Do that to both sides of that equal sign. Negative 8 divided by negative 8 is 1. 1 times x is x. Negative divided by a negative is going to be a positive, so negative 16 divided by negative 8 is a positive 2. Okay, have a good day. Bye!